This is what I'm sure you guys are kind of here for, is to see what this is and really get delving into it there. Um, may have been kind of putting off recording it because there's just so much in there to kind of go into. But let me show you guys what this is all about here. I just have the repository of all the files here that I stripped off of the disk. I basically just converted it to an ISO, loaded it on here, and just I was playing off of that for a while, but I just copied the files over. So I just wanted to make sure everything would be fine in terms of all the whitelisting. Everything was Windows security kind of taking over, stuff like that. But everything was good. So is able to put it on here. I got a copy here, got a copy on a backup. I got an ISO of it loaded on virtual machine. I got the hard copy. So we got some backups of the files here all around. So that's good. But let me show you guys what we got going on here. So, as you can tell right off the bat, that music is fucking stolen from Space Invaders, I believe. Good job on their part. That's shareware to a fucking T for you guys right there. Uh, they'll just take whatever to go grab that shit there. But this is Total Arcade '98. One of quite a few collections of 32-bit games made back in the day. I'm sure it just boggles my mind that there's probably so much of that out there that it's just lost the time there, and we're just like scratching, just a fine little surface here. We'll never get really that deep into it. Just like the lost films of the early 1900s, they're just gone, and that's one of the sad things about this all. But what we got here, is just all the games we have. Arcade, and a help. Which kind of goes over the same thing. 4 categories. Select the category you want, and then click on a game here. This will start the game for you. All games work directly from the CD-ROM, so no installation is needed. I'm sure that was a huge selling point at the time there. And I do remember that, being pretty amazed as a kid, just like, wow, you don't need a CD. Especially, I was going through a big Blizzard time of my life there. Was, Diablo, StarCraft, all that shit. And, your concept of a CD tied to a game is pretty ingrained, stuff like that. But the last thing it kind of says, a couple of the games here require you have DirectX, like E.M. Abrams, Wild Ride, Imperialism. That's a couple of the strategy arcade games there. Those are some of the ones that I have been able to run just fine, interestingly enough, because it's running off Microsoft DirectX. Not to be confused with their later DirectX that came out in 2007, 2008. But that's a very early form of it there. And you'll see some more of those games there, and why it's using it like that. A game like I Am Abrams, you're taking the place in a tank there, and it's a pretty, for the time, has a 3D environment. It's pretty good. I can't lie. Pretty immersive of what it's trying to achieve there, but it's all trying to kind of get that 3D effect, that early 3D effect. I really love that sort of scene. When people were just starting to try and figure out 3D and like what they could do with it and what they could make it look like. And I'm not talking about Super Nintendo, Super FX chip or shit like that. With Star Fox, that was pseudo 3D. That wasn't real 3D. It was an illusion there. These guys are, I guess all 3D on a fucking 2D screen is an illusion, but in the sense that they were really trying to, between the Super FX and a game like Super Mario 64, what happened in between that was just an explosion of people just dicking around with it, trying to make something with it there. And Windows is on the forefront of shit like DirectX, and they were really able to deliver just a ton of great shit there. And I think it's really interesting to note that a lot of the early 3D games there, none's coming to mind because I'm talking like the early 3D ones there. While very endearing in their own right there, it doesn't really hold like to the later PC games like around this era here in terms of what they were going for and able to achieve, and wasn't just like like a port of a console game. It was like strictly coming out from a PC development angle there. Really all there is to like the menu in terms of what we got going on here. It's pretty straightforward. I've clicked around, I've looked. There's not really too many secrets here. There's kind of going over the credits of the people who did it here. Nothing new, really, that I haven't found somewhere else. Really got the same mysteries I found on the case there. Who it was developed by. And excuse me, I said published earlier in an earlier video, but they're developed by Next Millennium Publishing, which actually makes more sense when I start thinking about it, same design, stuff like that. So it was probably published by them as well there. Same thing, version 2.0. I think it's interesting that they specifically put that on there. It makes me really think that there is an earlier version of this, which interests the fuck out of me, like beyond all meaning right now, that could exist. And the rest of it's just pretty standard. You will note that they kind of bring up the Association of Shareware Professionals there. Just kind of looking at that real quick. It's still around, but the thing is, it's pretty much kind of like it's been adopted by other associations. The principle's obviously still going forward. It's a different group now. I was reading about it before there, but I'm not going to go into all that right now. But this is the precursor to a lot of that right there, the Association of Shareware Professionals. So these guys were very heavily into it. They're saying please support the shareware concept and register your products today because that's the whole thing. Just like the Doom demos, they're going to send them around, but they want you to register. They want you to buy their product. That's what all these games are all about. Talking about before was Freddy Fish games and stuff like that. At the time, it wasn't really certain that they would maybe not so much profitable, but they would be continuing as an entity there. And I think that was something that was really on their mind about that there. So a lot of people didn't even know if their existence was going to stay around. Most of them did. Most of them bit the dust pretty easily there. But that's probably all I have to kind of go over in terms of what I was about to say before. Is I've kind of clicked around, I've looked around. I will be examining the files that compromise pretty much all of the CD at a later time. There's a lot to go through, a lot of interesting things in there. I'd like to illuminate, but I haven't found any quote unquote secrets within here. It's pretty bones. There's not much to it there. Nothing to really go. Interesting little eye graphics here. It's the same eye they use, I believe, in their logo, also using for strategy and also using for kids. Makes me wonder if that's like an eye of somebody who works there or something like that, or an eye of one of their children. That's often where they would grab that shit from. Always thought that was a little tidbit there. Got the little race car there for our kid. Got a little horse for chess, probably from Chess 97 there. I guess I'm not too sure. Is that dice? It looks like. Yeah, I guess it is dice. Thought it was like a frog or something there, but that's dice. It's like a little like purple bear with a bow tie on top of a turtle. Fuck if I know, man. Might be one of these games in here. I'll be honest. I played most of them. Some of them I haven't played since a long time ago for a variety of reasons. I'm hoping to go through all of them again. But there are a lot that are either completely just menial, just like as soon as you open it up, you've experienced the breadth of that bullshit there, and you're done. So you get right out. Some of those kind of escape my mind that I'd like to go into a little bit more, especially as a kid. Wasn't a whole lot of casino. I mean, I think I played Mahjong or something like that the most out of any of those there. I remember my mom used to play bingo. She used to play, where is it? Search there. So back in the day, entertainment was a lot more rougher. This is the bullshit you have to put up with to kind of get some entertainment. So, but guys, this is the main menu. I'll start kind of delving into what's in here. Here, unless they work perfectly, they're probably going to be split here between me trying them out on my Windows 10 Insider Preview version, which is like a year ahead of the normal cycle. I'm operating on a 2021 edition of Windows 10 right now. So unless they work perfectly on mine here, some of which do, most don't, you're going to have two of which Ones I'm going to have on the Windows 98 VM, and we're going to see how that runs. Hopefully, I can get that kind of polished off and finished here pretty soon, because a lot of these games just do not work whatso fucking ever on Windows 10 here. And let me kind of give you an example of that. How the series is going to kind of go is I'm just going to kind of, hopefully, each episode go through one game from each of the categories here. Tackle, um, something from all these stupid categories here that we're not just blowing through one category all the time. But let me kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about in terms of these games not running very well here. Starting with arcade, let's go try out some 3D mini golf here. See what we got going on. So you can let me turn this down here a little bit. Um, the menu's working all right here. I can't complain. Music's firing, quite a jaunty tune there. You can see it's the demo version of 3D Ultra Mini Golf. Click here to see more holes. Ooh, risky. Um, I like the Ask Your Retailer about mini golf today. Imagine just like rolling in to GameStop and just being like, "Yo, bro, I want to ask you about mini golf. Can you tell me about that?" Just how bamboozled they can be by that statement there. Got a phone number to call there. I might give it a call. See what we got going on. We'll see you at a later episode or something there. We'll see if I can order myself some mini golf there. Um, they got a website. I'll see what they kind of got going on there. And a little exit sign here. Song's over. It was a pretty great song. Let me kind of show you what it's gonna fuck up on me on here. Just going over these. Okay, this is working fine here. Um, it's lighting up what it needs to, right? So like the graphics basically are firing correctly out of that executable. But here's the thing: it's not going to be able to pull files it's expecting to find on a Windows 95 system. Or I should say in this case a Windows 98 system. Not only not able to kind of find those, but also doesn't know how to render them there. So let's try and play some golf here. Let's see how far we get. Ooh, okay, so brings me to another menu, and I'm just kind of leaving the mouse where it is for a second here. It wants me to select number of players. This is like the first of a couple menus before you even start your fucking mini golf here. You can tell it doesn't know how to read the button state, basically. And I like the uh-oh for the menu name to it there. These guys were imaginative when things were going haywire. That unknown button state there, it reminds me of just like a hexadecimal value for what value it's or I should say what value the state's in for that button. It doesn't know how to read my interaction with this versus how it was displayed on Windows 95 PC there. It just doesn't know how to interpret where to go for those files. It doesn't know where to be pulling in the mouse clicks from there. I mean, everything was stored in different locations, different drivers. That's probably my best guess on what's kind of going on here. Um, trying to click out of it, it's just going to keep going. I can go no further with this game. It's interesting. It looked like there was a different hexadecimal value there. It kind of came up, 310H. It's almost as if it's trying to kind of go through it, and I'm sure I can, yeah, hold down the enter button, make it go away eventually. But yeah, as soon as you go to it again, it's gonna do its thing. It doesn't really matter where I try and kind of go here, even to the back one there. I'm just kind of stuck here. There's just no way for me to kind of get out of it here. So let me go ahead and just kill it there. A little red ball. It's still, yep, I get it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might kill it in a second if it doesn't want to go. Yeah, let's just do that. It obviously doesn't want to go quietly into the good night there, so mini golf demo ended. So that's really as far as I can get with 3D mini golf there. So let me go ahead and kind of take it over to the 98 VM, see how it responds for us there. All right, so obviously 3D mini golf isn't going to run very well on Windows 10 there. So let's see how it does run on our virtualized 98 machine here. All right, so still booting up here. No sound, it looks like. Not really surprised. It's not able to kind of see that virtualized Sound Blaster card too well there. Interesting it is on the Windows 10 OS though. Other than that, graphics are pretty fucking washed out. I was kind of expecting that between the sounds and the graphics on this virtualized machine. There are a lot it's not going to be able to handle too well in terms of like a 3D, especially the early 3D like this. We're going to run into a lot of problems with that there. With that being said, let's see if we can go further than we were on the Windows 10 VM. That's really what we're here for. All right, I'm able to play some golf, and you can see here the buttons are firing correctly, unlike how we saw that happen with the Windows 10 OS there. So let's go ahead. One player. Yep. Okay. And click it twice. Okay. Pick blue. Sounds good. All right. Yep. Building a virtual hole. Sounds great. So, obviously I remember this being a lot more vibrant when I was younger, and it was. It doesn't look like a fucking um, dolly painting inverted, like aqua teal colored windmill in the background going on there. Um, I definitely do remember this being pretty advanced game at the time, and I remember things looking pretty fluid, pretty photorealistic. And I know obviously you can't really like see too much with this right now, but this was pretty groundbreaking at the time. In '97, this was kind of putting it there. Regardless, let's see what we can kind of get away with here. And you'll notice there's a little bit of what do they call it, like artifacts of the windmill. You can see it have artifacts of its mills there. Um, but that was even worse before I adjusted a lot of the virtual graphic drivers on here. It was just, the FPS was just abysmal. At least with this, I can get some semblance of, speed. It was the best compromise I was going to get there. I really, really wanted to try and kind of get, the original realistic graphics of this. I won't kind of give up what I'm looking for there. Um, to be seen if I can get that performance out of that, as you saw in my VM video there. I tried this on the 95 OS. Wasn't really seeing any different results. It was just the same shit or worse. It really has to do with that hardware. Um, in terms of what it's looking for, what drivers it's able to take on there. I tried some virtual drivers. No avail. See the other video for more info. We're here for some fucking golf here. So the windmill, part 2. Click the start. All right, it'll bring us right on down there. Guess it's giving us a little targeting reticule. I remember very, very few moments of this game from when I was younger, and what I do remember is like confined to basically this first hole, a little bit of the second one. I believe the third one, because I think that's where the demo ends. Um, we'll see if I can get that far there. At least this game is functional. I mean, look at this. We got this going. It's got the little mini putt going around. Looks like we got a little putting arrow in the background. You can kind of see it, but it's kind of opening and closing a little hole there. So let's see if I can sink this sucker here. Yeah. Oh, looks like it took it, sucked it right up. Um, oh, spit it back out. That's strange. Okay, I thought it took it right away. Maybe not. Oh, you can see the artifacts are crazy right now. Let's just end this misery for the windmill here. Yeah, you just like that right there. See how it's a little smoother now. That oh my god, I went right into the hole in one. Oh my goodness, par 2 right away. Oh, I wish it didn't go so fast. I wanted to kind of look at that second part of that there. I guess there really wasn't much to it. I just wanted to kind of point out how it really slows down the more it's trying to kind of render on the screen at once there. But once it pops back out, it was pretty quick. If I remember correctly on the second part of that there, it gives you like multiple camera angles, and as you saw, it's kind of fixed angles placed around it. But I remember there being like quite a few, at least like 5 or 6 different viewpoints looking at the hole there. Yeah, a lot of different hole views. It was an advanced hole viewing for its time, so I thought that was interesting. The amount of 3D it was willing to render. All right, on to the next one here. So, I believe the demo only has three, but let's check out what we got here. The Lost Mine, par three. Again, this I remember this looking a lot cooler because the graphics were cooler. Um, but I like the early DOS 3D effects people had tried to kind of implement here. The flag, this little I think it's one of those what do you call them when they're paneling for fucking gold. You know what I'm talking about. Panning, yeah, and this little stream right here, yeah, it looks. I believe there's a little log that's like sinking in there. So yeah, you gotta get it across that sucker, and obviously all the fucking sand all around it, and cacti and shit like that. It was pretty cool, and trust me when I say this is a pretty cool level. Hoping I can try and find this game online somewhere, but not holding out hope. This might be all that exists of this fucking game out in the world. Let's go for a little putt here, a little putt putt. Um, little target up there. That's interesting. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I remember this level. Like I want to go shoot it across the middle there, but if I shoot into that right there, I wonder if it goes somewhere. Oh, I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Let's go. Let's go. Sink it into that sucker. See where it goes there. Par three. We got plenty of putt putt shots. Get some putt putt in the what. And that was a terrible shot right there. It's all right. It's all right. It's and you can kind of see how the camera kind of moves up and follows it. Got to go under the pickaxe and out there. Pretty rudimentary graphics, but I wish the music was playing. I remember it being pretty hip there. Here, let's go get this guy in. Uh, just like in real life, my putt putt skills are absolutely abysmal. There we go. Yeah, all right, got sucked up. Where's it go? Looks like it's just having a ball in there. Oh, there it is. Oh, it just spits it out. That's fucking lame. I swear the target was looking. Never mind. Well, let's go get this guy down here. We'll go scoot this guy across the bridge. Come on, come on. Oh, so slow. No, it went right in. Just a little bit of lag. Yeah, penalty stroke. Fuck you. A little bit of lag. It's throwing off my putt putt game here. That's all right. That's all right. I like how the water gurgles a little bit for you. That's all right. There you go. Come on, it's going. It's going. All right. All right. All right. We're across the stream now. In this fucking surreal, abstract heaven here. We're going into some mines now. I believe that's where it wants me to go. The camera's pointing that way. Okay. So, yep, pops it out right there. All right. All right. And just like I was saying was the other area, it provides a good number of camera views for you. So, um, pretty advanced for its day. And I just winged that one. No idea what's supposed to be there. Maybe a rock or something or shadow. That's probably what it is, a shadow or something. Because when we're seeing this here, it's basically the engine's only able to render certain parts of the graphics, whether that's a certain layer, or only certain colors, or certain bits of the color. And so, like right now, it's I believe it's just like stuck on. Um, Actually, I don't know. I'm trying to think here. Maybe it is stuck on a certain bit and just can't render any higher. But I believe it's a graphical driver issue there. So, Jesus Christ. Oh, there's another camera angle. So it was pretty flush with them. All right. When was that 11, 12? Jeez. Yeah, first hole is a stroke of luck. All right, on to the next hole. Yeah, this is one I'm pretty sure I remember. I believe there's like a gator or something in here somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to look here. Um, yeah, what's it called? Something machine. I don't know what that says. I'll have to get closer. But basically, you're just in some jabroni's basement here playing some mini golf. And what's interesting is when I was younger, when I was in Boy Scouts, we were participating in like a mini golf creation. So we had to create our own little like miniature like golf course. So and everybody it was just like a ton of wood, and you put a bunch of turf on it, and you create your own. But everybody brought theirs into a gym and played off of that there. It was pretty cool. So everybody made their own. We ended up making like a 20 hole golfing thing. Um, and that was around this time, like back in '98. Wish there was video of that before those things got recorded, but it was pretty cool. And actually, now that I look at it, there's the gator over there. You can kind of see him swimming around. And this guy's got a singular gator in a pool. I'm sure it's illegal on many levels there. Just building a little mini golf course around it. This is your part four, so it sounds a little difficult. I remember the stage having some quirks to it, something uh, I don't know how many stages are in this whole game, but I like the concept of just like mini golfing with a bunch of random objects. Each one's causing like new things to kind of happen and stuff. It adds some cool little replay value to it. So don't know how much we'll be able to kind of see with these shit graphics, but let's just try one out. Let's see what we can get. I keep screwing up the putt with this mouse, but and you can see the FPS is truly lagging now. Oh yeah. Wow. That's absolutely abysmal. Absolutely pathetic. All right, we're a little bit closer now. I believe that's like a gerbil's cage or something over there. That might be a little that, like big gray blob is just a hamster or something. Here, let's go hit at the hamster. See how Hammy's doing. Go, bud. I'm just not putting this thing enough. I just like can't tell how fast it's going. Just charges right up. Maybe I do just want to put it out of here. This graphics will drive can barely handle this shit. I just want to wham at that hamster. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got him running. I don't know what it's doing, but oh, it's like oh, look at that. I thought it was just glitching out, but it's like a little conveyor belt. Oh, there we go. Here, my little famous short putts. Yeah, look at it. Shoots it right out. Where'd it go? Oh, we're flying now. Thought I remember that hamster. And there is like a little light switch back there if you hit. I forget what it does, but um, oh, it triggers the fan. That's what it does. It triggers the fan and it blows you and maybe onto the conveyor belt. And there's like a little vacuum back there. Blah blah blah. Whole 9 yards. Um, I honestly I forget like where I'm supposed to go. I want to say over here maybe. Oh, check in box. Yep, launches you right over. Yeah, this scene right here I remember because you got this wily old gator here. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It might be a crocodile, but actually I think it is a croc. Just the way of his face. Somebody from Florida can correct me on that there. Um, but I just want to kind of try launching into the croc. It's funny because if you hold it down too long, it just cancels, so you can't like whale it. Let me give this guy a little what in the butt. What in the putt I should say. All wrong. My God, my putting skills are terrible. There you go, buddy. Okay, I guess it's just a penalty stroke. Or it's like it looks like it like went right into his nose or something. Um, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't able to interact with this croc here. Let me see. Maybe if I launch it right at his face. Nope. He must just be like a static part of the level then. Hmm. I swear he looked cooler when I was 6 years old. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Let's go sink this guy in here. Oh, I can barely see my putter. This thing can barely render this shit. We got this. Let's end this misery. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? It just rejected it. All right. Ugh. I blame some of this on the mouse, I swear. Oh my god. Dude, I remember as a kid just like wailing these in like 2 shots. Easy. There we go. Thank fucking god. Okay, now that that torture's over here, you can kind of see like this is a pretty extensive game. I can't lie. I remember seeing this menu when I was younger. I was like, oh fuck, dude, I need mini golf because even those 3 holes, I used to just play over and over again there. I like how it's got the front 9, the back 9 there. Pretty funny. So, and it almost strikes me as like you only see 7 up there and 8 down there. So, um, oh, that's lame. That it just kind of goes. I wish it stayed up. I wonder if I can get it up there again. Take a picture of it or something. And also, while we're here, I want to look at this here because files, preferences, music. Too bad we can't hear the music. It's again pretty jaunty tune. Sound effects, a lot of ball bouncing, I'm sure. Brightness, target system is probably what was kind of playing there. I actually did try turning the animations off, see if this ran any smoother, and there's just no difference. It's all a graphical issue. I guess there's an announcer and a voice. I don't remember that, but I guess that makes sense. Shut the hole. Oh, we could put an aiming line on if we want. We could turn the power bar off. A couple options here. True putt. Jeez. It's probably failing. Was that right there? Let me see here. Let me see if I can. That's a good way to. Maybe that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So. Didn't even do that. Oh, wait. Thanks, Windows. I should have done like a snag or something of that there, but regardless. Come on, Windows. Holy moly, that was absolutely just took so long. Anyways, a couple of the names got cut off down there, but it looked pretty neat there. Looks like there was a competitive mode. I wanted to say, when we were doing it, I would play against my sister on this game here. It was just some standard, 1-for-1 there, but looks like you can kind of race the clock on this one here. Try risky hole 1 shots. And yeah, I'm not too sure what true putt is there, but maybe it's like, you move the mouse back and forth instead of clicking and holding, which is what I was doing there. Looks like a cool variety of things there, little fort, some volcano, haunted house, jungle. Looks like there's like a snow level, space level, shit like that. So, pretty neato there. But that's basically the extent of what that game's going to be able to kind of render for us. I'm gonna try looking up some more of it online, see what I can find. But 3D mini golf's a pretty nondescript fucking name for golf. You're really not gonna get too many hits from that, and that's really my struggle with a lot of these fucking games that there's really no way to identify them on the internet beyond other than something that's gonna stand out, something unique there. So here, and that was a nice little video of 3D mini ultra golf here. Yeah. Just to show you guys what it should really look like here. You can tell this is a revamped version though. Like this isn't the original one. It is updated a little bit here. And there are a few things you'll notice in a second here. Yeah. But this is pretty much exactly the game. They just kind of added a couple things to it, but. Oh, maybe that shot just results in a hole in one no matter what. Oh. Well. Made me feel a little less special here. Oh yeah. Hmm. Wow, this game was cutting edge there, huh? Wow. So, you know, I'm not obviously not gonna sit you through the whole fucking video, but um, that was pretty cool. 3D Ultra Mini Golf there. Let me see if I can find the holes that we were playing here. You know, I guess everybody's playing a hole in their life in some way or other, but you know, these are our holes today. He's right. There we go. There's the mines. The mines of Moria. That's how it's supposed to look. Jeez, this guy's just a pro. Oh, it was an oil spill. That's what it was there. Yeehaw indeed. As stereotypical as you can get. Oh, they're pretty neat. I can't lie. All right. Where's my Yeah, so I bet that last level in the basement was like one of the back nine or whatever they call them there.
Hi, hot stuff. This par 3 volcano hole is ready to rumble.
Looks like it was like the last level or something. Interesting selection. Oh, an incredible machine. That's what it was saying there. Like Rube Goldberg. Now it makes sense. Yeah, there's the rat. Jeez, Jack in the Box. Yeah, there's that old sweet crop graphics. All right. Don't remember that part was the toast at all. And that's what we got going on. I just wanted to kind of show you guys that this. I thought I would be able to find it, but I actually found it rather quickly there. Sierra Online, no one's run this sucker here, so that's the feature of that mini golf there.